Can you guys hear me? Hello? Can I get a 5x5? Oh, Chief is in chat. Hi, Chief. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello. Burn. Jacqueline. Jack, you could come on now. Volatile DJ, Crystal Patrick. How's everyone doing? Hi, Bonnie, Robin, Richard, Daryl, Mary, Stacy, Felix, Richard, Jillian. Hello. I haven't been so well, guys. I just got out the hospital. So, but I'm getting back on track again. So, we're going to only talk positive. All right. So, I have Jackie on. Before I start, I'm just going to go. Hi, Jack. How are you?
Hey, hon, how you doing?
I'm okay. Getting ready for surgery Wednesday. Um, so yeah. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna start off by just talking about my sponsors. And also everything that's said on this stream is for entertainment purposes only. It's all in our opinion, and there's no financial advice given, okay? So let me talk about some of my sponsors. My sponsor here is Jackie. She's with Vital Forces. They do holistic things. They have the hydrogen bottle, they have the NAD tabs. Um, which is very good for your health. It made me actually get off a lot of my medications. I'm still on a lot, but a lot of them, it helps with anxiety. It helps with, different things for your health. Also, she has the Aeon patches, the X32, X39, I'm sorry.
X39, yeah.
Yeah. And she could help out if you have any spiritual questions as well. She's really good on about that. So if you guys have any questions for Jackie about holistic health or spirituality, please contact her. Her information will be in chat, and it's also in my description. Okay. Also, we have Chief Mack. He has the trusts. If you have any trust questions and you want a very good trust that is going to protect you, when you do your exchange, it could protect you against many things. So if there's, for example, a bail-in or any type of situation that be caused with the banks, if you have a trust, your money is protected. Also that the trust is CO183, right? Jack? I always get confused with his thing, but what do you call it? Yeah, it's actually I've actually had Wells Fargo actually tell me they are accepting those trusts. So um yeah, and Chief also has a lot of different things he offers as well. So for any trust questions or any needs with a trust, please contact Chief. His information is going to be in the description. Also, if you want to protect your crypto, because a lot of crypto is being stolen out of like out of like exchanges. Caleb and Brown has a firewall which protects your crypto. They also have so if anything happens, they have insurance for all your crypto. So whatever you had, they're going to give it right back to you in the crypto. Um, and it's a brokerage, so they help you out 24/7. You have your own personal broker. So if you're interested in that, you can use my free sign up link below in the description to sign up. And that's it. So I'll let Jackie talk, then I'll get into the intel, and then we'll bring Chief on. Okay?
All right, thanks, Maria.
508C1. Sorry for the test.
All right, hi, everybody. It's good to be back, and it's good to have our little prophet back in the seat.
Mhm.
And she's doing better, thank God, and thank you for all the prayers that you sent for her. As she told you, I do holistic health, and I'm adding something new into my practice. I'm schooling right now into scalar remote healing. So where I will be able to set up a frequency for you, no matter where you are, where you're living, where Maria is living, and I'm living here in New Jersey. I can send a frequency to her, and it'll be healing throughout the day. I had it done to myself and my cat, and it was unbelievable. So, and it could be done to your pets and your relatives, your friends, yourself. And I am starting that schooling right now. So it's remote healing with scalar energy waves. Um, the patches have done tremendous turnaround in health, especially with immune system, especially with things that we really didn't want to receive into our body, heavy metal particles, things that are charged by EMF waves. Um, they can reverse the damage that you may have received from these things. Um, I do the molecular hydrogen water, and it has been found. I've been doing research even further than the company, but these heavy metals that are in our body, and not just from receiving something that you didn't want to get from the environment, from chemtrails, from whatever things that are in your food, mineralized water pushes it out of the body. Molecular hydrogen water. Hydrogen is a number one mineral on the periodic table. The hydrogen will push those particles out of your body. And you have to use spring water. Spring water and using the hydrogen bottle will get that out of your body. And you have to stay consistent. You have to stay consistent with everything, or it just doesn't work. You know, the NAD tabs, NAD helping to clear and clean the mitochondria, cuts anxiety, helps you sleep. Everything gets everything to work the way it was when you were younger. You know, every 10 years in our life, every decade, we begin to lose something. Just like at the age of 20, you begin to lose your breathing capacity, which is which is kind of like how does that happen? And it does. You have to start doing things in your life to keep life going on. You know what I mean? You just got to work at it. Um, see what else can I say? I have a background in fitness, pre and post surgery. You always have to keep moving through life. You can't stop. I've been going through something myself. I have a muscle issue in the hip. And yes, it can be painful when you're doing exercise, but you must move. You have to. It keeps everything going in the body. It literally, even though you're heating up working out, you're cooling the body. So it works and it breathes in a better way. Um, Spirituality, I'm a licensed minister. I'm also involved in the teachings of the Magdalene, the Blue Rose Order. Um, I have people who come to me when they come into my office and whatever issues they have, and it's completely between the two of us. And I give a little bit of guidance. And it just seems to calm and make everything a little bit better. You know, there's nothing better than having a little bit of prayer and making a connection to light source. Once you stay connected, all things are possible. Um, I know Maria has me talk about silver also, and I've been doing a little deep diving on it. And about 10 years ago, there was a prediction of how what was going to happen with silver at this time frame right now. And it's happening exactly as it was predicted. This was by a gentleman out in Australia. And the actual price of silver, the actual price, all right, without all this manipulation that's going on with paper silver, which is nothing, is $1,200. It's been suppressed terribly, and it's going to go way beyond that, way beyond. The reason you're seeing this pullback in the market is because the banks are shorting. They're putting in paper silver. Paper silver brings the value down. Oh, that's my bubs. Gotta get a space
Mhm.
in there. Um, that's why it's coming down, and they're going to try to fool you because, oh, if people see that silver is going to drop, then they'll sell it. And that means we can hoard more and buy it. So you can't have it. So don't fall for it. It's a twist, it's a trick, because very shortly it's going to go 120, 140, and then it's going parabolic. Within 2 years, this is going to sound, you're going to say, oh, well, she's nuts. It's impossible. Everything that I have seen, all the information, all the history, silver is going to go to about $20,000 an ounce. It is gold on
Wow.
steroids. Gold is going to be close to 50,000 an ounce, but then silver is going to keep going. It's just going to be a continuous cycle year after year. So these next 2 years, you're going to see little by little by little by little, and then the predictions were within the 2-year period, it could hit $20,000. So do not sell your silver doing these fake shorting activities with paper silver. And if you have any investments, in my opinion, that are backed by silver, talk to whoever your financial experts are and say, you want to make sure you're in hard assets, you're in a hard silver. Okay. And silver has been reclassified as a strategic metal. So it's much more important than just military and medical. It's going beyond, it's going galactic. Okay. We're stepping into some pretty intense times. And silver is used in every single thing, gold isn't. And to keep in mind how precious silver is, it's very hard to get it because it's the byproduct of pulling things like gold and copper. And we don't have a lot of silver mines right now. So, supply and demand, we have a lot of issues here that are raising the price of silver. So don't sell your silver. Don't do it. You're just going to be handing it to the bankers. Hang in there because this is going to happen pretty soon. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Jackie. You're
You're
gonna
welcome,
stay.
dear.
You're gonna stay in chat, right?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you. Good seeing you. I want to bring Chief on now. I'm gonna give some intel, then I'll answer a few questions, and then I'll call it a night because I can't be, too much.
I got you, hon.
I'm still trying
Yeah,
to. Okay.
I
All
know.
right. Love you. Thank you so much.
I love you
Appreciate
too.
you. All right. Thank you. All right.
Bye, hon.
Bye. Bye. Chief. So as we wait until he joins, I'm gonna jump in and start with Iraq. Okay. So as you all know, there's intense pressure from the United States of America for them to, officially show that, especially their prime minister. We all know, here he is. What's up, my friend?
How you doing, Maria? Hold on for a second. Let me get these connect these headphones.
You sound low. You
Can you
sound
hear
low,
me?
Chief.
Greetings, guys. How you guys doing? We finally got you on the live, Maria. Let's get this intel like no one other. No one other. This thing's gonna happen. You gotta be just patient, remain
Hold on,
steadfast.
Chief. Hold on. Mods, can you get rid of TOK 3N33? I don't like, don't promote other people for trust on my channel. Thank you. Get rid of him, please, right now. Sorry, Chief. The
Well,
audacity of some people, man. Get rid of that person. Thank you. Go ahead.
that was a
I
that,
apologize.
no, that's a cool. That was a foolish thing to do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
People just um
yeah. Well, everybody's not gonna go over into 5D, so we get that. But we just want to encourage the people to just remain steadfast. It's been kind of quiet, but I believe something's going to happen soon. So that's why we want to get our affairs in order, get the trust, get an understanding of it, um, a lot of people I've done the trust for and have given them the understanding of the basis of how the trust works. And that's a lot different than most people do. When someone do you trust, they don't spend the time with you necessary to give you the clarity, the understanding of how it works up until helping you get that trust open at the bank. And I have done that for a plethora of people. I still got the number one bank story that I did a couple months ago with Sister C. It was the 508C1A Irrevocable Trust, which is set up as a foundation and a ministry. That means that, guys, well, I don't know if I really honed in on this information. And this is something that the rich and the wealthy have done for a long time. Each person in their family have a trust, and they donate to each other to keep the wealth in the family because they have a foundation and ministry. And you can donate to each other when each person have a trust in the family. You donate to each other's foundation. And this is how you keep wealth in the family. This is a beautiful time to be alive, guys. I mean, it's just really beautiful, man. It's just no time to be uh, around foolish people or have foolish people around you. It's no time to be worried about anyone else other than yourself. Now's the time to get it while you can.
Mm.
You got to get it, man. We have an opportunity to be selected as the new one percenters, guys. Anybody on that have a hating heart, that's low vibration, now is the time to cut that shit out, man. Cut it out, man, and just find something. Get out there and get some money up. $200 can make you a multi-millionaire. I want us all to win because the people have been slaves for so long. It ain't just so-called black. We all are slaves through the birth certificate. You should be after slave and work a job. So we have an opportunity to break those generational curses off our family. You have that opportunity. And we all got something going on in our family. We should be trying to break that stuff, worried about anybody else. I know that I'm going to be the first one. I am the generational curse breaker in my family. How many generational curse breakers we have in here? If I put the ones in the chat, if you're that person, that individual, that's the generational curse breaker, the first one to have a trust in your family, kudos to you.
Yeah. I'm just seeing this person, coming in here talking all this garbage, but I don't even know who this person is. She be using fake intel, bro. Why you here listening then? Why you here listening? Bye. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. You're over here promoting other garbage, whatever. Bye. Why you here? TOK 3N33. Like, I'm trying to be cool, but when you're coming in here starting stuff, you need to go. Bye. Seriously. I can't stand rude haters, man. Bye-bye. Stop hating. Real trust only. Really? I just reported him anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna have that when you got it going on like that. Haters let you know that you got it going on.
Hmm.
So that person keep on telling people this thing is bigger than just the RV. It's bigger than that. You see right now, you see that people have an opportunity. These people hear that there's an RV coming. You talk about the foreign currency, you get great intel, and you still have people that have malice, envy, jealous, and hate in their heart. That lets you know that everybody don't want freedom. Even when you present it to them, they don't want freedom.
I can't stand it. People can't stand when somebody's successful. They can't stand it. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to deal with the nonsense. I'm not going to let it get to me. You understand? Like, I'm already I don't need the stress. So if you're gonna come in my chat and badmouth my guests, or you know what I mean, do whatever you gotta do or badmouth me, don't even be here for real, because you're a hater. And you know what I mean. Keep hating. Hating is not gonna get you nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Hell,
oh my
let
God,
them.
like, ew,
Yeah,
disgusting. But anyway, let me
let,
let me get with the intel real quick, Chief, and then we'll finish it out, okay? So, guys, I apologize for that, Chief. I apologize for that, guys. That
you,
was
don't-
just
you don't
like,
have to apologize for that. You don't have to do that. Good.
um, let's see, hold on. So anyway, as I was saying about Iraq, Iraq is under a lot of pressure by the United States, especially to show like their prime minister publicly, okay? We all know that Sudani is the prime minister. Okay. They just have to show it publicly, but everything that he's been doing basically shows you what's going on. They got their Kurdistan president, and they got their president for. They have all three of their presidents. Okay, they have their speaker and their two deputies. They have their government. It's already been formed, in my opinion. Okay, everything is done. Also, did you guys know that today America issued their final warning that if Maliki does not withdraw his nomination by tomorrow, the coordination framework is going to withdraw it for him. Okay. Um, so that's a plus. But Maliki's actually supporting Sudani. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he actually is. So also Alak, I don't know if you guys saw, but he was interviewed by Rudo News, and there was five different clips, and each one of those clips was contradicting each other. So in one he's saying we're not going to change the exchange rate, Kuwait 2.0. Then he says in another one, oh, we don't have a parallel market. Well, how don't you have a parallel market? Yes, you do. You know what I mean? And it's sky high. Okay. So if you don't have a parallel market, that means you zeroed it out. Well, if you zeroed it out, you have a rear, in my opinion. You don't have a nominal rate anymore. You're not using that 1300 because you wouldn't need a parallel market if you had a rear. Okay. Another thing he said, there's a lot of things that are going to come out, but I can't talk about it. Really. We don't have a liquidity crisis. Our reserves are through the roof. We're doing great. Oh, really? Are you now? And then all of a sudden, at the blue yesterday, we're in a serious financial crisis. The government has to do everything they possibly do to, change the situation. Well, you already did, in my opinion. You just got to make it public. Okay. You're not building all those projects, everything, all those buildings, the mall. You guys, I'll post it in here at 1300. No way, absolutely no way. Why are you going from trillions to billions all of a sudden? Your salaries, okay? Why are all your projects costing you billions? Why? Okay. In the 2026 budget, they saying 1300, right? Well, show me the 26 budget hasn't even been passed. Okay. And they're using the 10/12 rule in both the tripartite budget and in 26. So if they were keeping the 1300, which is a nominal rate with no value, okay, in my opinion, they wouldn't have to use the the ghost budget. They would just use that, right? But they're not. They're not paying the salaries because they have a liquidity crisis that's supposed to be resolved. They're not doing anything. HCL nothing because of that. Okay. Also, what was I going to say? Trump, as I said, pressure from the United States. Um, they met with a lady from Congress met with the people from foreign affairs from Iran and Iraq to discuss about bilateral relations. Yeah, okay, that's pretty interesting, right? All of a sudden, Sudani says that they have to accelerate the Oscada system. They're getting trained on the Oscada system. Well, that's for taxes and tariffs. Okay, that's for trade, right? That's using crypto XRP, in my opinion, for cross-border payments. Well, how could you do that with a nominal value? You need a value to your currency to do trade, right? That's you know what I mean. So how could you do taxes and tariffs and use the Oscada system, which is all transparency and stuff, if you have no value? How do you trade? Okay, you can't. Right? Also, customs is saying that they're getting a new value for their stuff. They're waiting on new valuation. Why do you need a new valuation if you're keeping 1300? Am I correct or am I incorrect? In my opinion, right? Also, Neil, they came out with the digital dinar. Oh wow, out of the blue, they come out with the digital dinar. Right, Chief? But it was in the pilot stages. And then boom, there it is. It's already tested. It's out. Oh, okay. They're using it to make payments and everything. So Do you think the digital dinar works with a 1300 rate? I mean, do you? I personally don't. Also, the Treasury just read in the article that how they watch for countries that are rebuilding their economy for currency manipulation, because we all heard that countries like Iraq, Vietnam, all countries like third world country, as that they manipulate their currencies and have them pegged so that the central banks can control the value, so they can get cheaper, they can pay cheaper for their exports and imports and stuff like that of their products. Well, the United States Treasury just said that they have not seen any manipulation done in 2026. Okay, so what does that tell you? All right, there was an article that came out yesterday. All right, um let's see what else, Chief. Help me out. Venezuela, in my opinion, okay, anytime there is a new regime, new government, they get a new currency, okay? It always happens that way. So even though you're going to have new currency, it's going to coexist with your old currency. It's called bilateral circulation, okay? So they coexist until the old notes get taken out of circulation. Also digital. A lot of these countries are going digital because to be compliant with ISO 222 and Basel 3. All right. So Vietnam, Iraq, Indonesia, um, Venezuela, and Venezuela is moving quite fast, very fast. Their stock market is surging. A whole bunch of things are like happening really, really quick in Venezuela. Also, Iran. Iran is getting new currency, right? Syria just got new currency. Syria just made a deal with Iraq. All right. So I don't want to really talk politics because I don't want to get my channel taken down, but think about this. Kim Clement prophesized Israel is going to be last, right? Israel was just in the United States. They signed a deal also. And Iran is very close to signing a deal with the United States, right? Because they want their sanctions removed. Okay, so the only way they will give up their nuclear capabilities that they have is if the United States, if they get their sanctions removed, right? So if their sanctions are removed, what happens to their currency? Do you see what I'm saying? In my opinion. So that's where I come from, saying that, in my opinion, still, I believe Iran is also going in the first basket, along with Venezuela. Okay. Um, Vietnam, in my opinion, Vietnam is ready. They're all waiting on Iraq, all of them. All right. I believe that the whole Maliki situation with Alok is, you know, the delay, but I believe that we're past the delay. Everything is speeding up. The smoke is clearing. And if you could see this week, they're showing a lot of stuff. There is still a lot of misinformation, a lot of contra indicating, like, so there's still a lot of confusion, but things are clearing up. So it's the same thing that that happened in Kuwait. Okay. Um Iran also. And I believe what's going to happen is, I believe Israel is going to go um behind Mr. T's back and try to bomb Iran. And that's what's going to cause the whole, you know, we're going to see who they really are, as far as like I'm trying to watch what I say, Chief, because I don't want to get my channel taken down. But that's what is
No.
meant by, Kim Clement's prophecy. Iran will be set free and Israel will be saved for last. Um, hold on, what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, they are exporting oil from Erbil to Baghdad through the Turkey pipeline. Um, Also, their payments that came in from non-oil revenues are now 200 billion instead of 120. Um, Come on, Chief, help me out. I'm trying to think. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, they're saying that the citizens are going to have the best Ramadan ever. Well, you're going to have the best Ramadan ever with, really, like, with what you have? Are you serious? Like, I don't think so. Anyway, But yeah, a lot basically came out and said that they're in a situation that they have to fix, and they're rushing this whole presidency thing just to announce it publicly because it's the U.S. pressure. If they don't do this, they're facing sanctions. They're facing their whole monetary reform collapsing, just collapsing on them. So it's just, what's happening. So ask me, okay, guys, ask me a few questions.
Sounds like stage play to me.
Sounds like
Watching
what?
the stage play, like you watching the movie.
I know it's like so much smoke.
Just don't sell. Hold on to what you got, guys. They're trying to make you sell.
Yeah. Hold on. Red Cat. Will all Venezuela currency go or certain ones? The VES, in my opinion. Why do I have so many haters in my chat? I don't understand, Chief. Like, what's going on? When do you this RV will go?
When you talk about the
Uh,
water,
huh? The Bouncer 2018 Bolivar still good in my opinion. Yes. Tammy Du Bois. Do I think the RV, in your opinion, will happen? And no, I do not. Not by no, I do not. Chief, the question is for you. What's the difference between revocable and irrevocable trust?
irrevocable is harder to change, and revocable means it's easy to change. You have an irrevocable trust. It's hard for somebody to go in there and change or format. You go in there and change things up. So you have an irrevocable, a revocable trust. You go in there and change things up easier. That's the difference.
Okay. Bald Lead 63. If we don't have a place to exchange by now, how do we find the place? Great to see you, Maria and Chief. Well, Baldy, what state are you in? First of all, have you contacted any banks? You should have been contacting a bank and building a relationship with that bank. And if you can't, you could also use those satellite banks that are going to be opened after the rate is released.
This thing is going to
Bob
happen. It's
Glasson, good
just,
information. Hope it's not egg on the face again. No. Now this
it's
is,
just.
I mean, you got to see what's happening. Like, do you see what's happening? They're revealing everything. Like, as the smoke is clearing,
Yeah.
like everybody thought, oh, Maliki. Maliki's a criminal. Maliki isn't going anywhere. Okay. So, and you're seeing that now. All right. And they have the constitutional, the federal, like the federal court might get involved if they don't show the president and everything official, the prime minister. They're going to do it for them. So they're in a timeline. They're in a time crunch. It's go time. You know what I mean? So let's see. By Thanksgiving. Oh well. hmm Guys, can you please put hit the like button, subscribe, and share? All right, hold on, Boldly, Minnesota. So when you did you build a relationship with someone in a tier one bank? Carolyn Hilbert, 1 million Bolivar 5. As long as it's the VES. Ocean View, I agree with that statement. Stay grounded, stay ready, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Nader can't talk. Nader hasn't been around, has he? Let's see. Danny Souter says, I love you, Chief. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too, bro.
LEJ R55, is the Vietnam Dong still good? Yes, it is. What Alabama Chocolate? What is the VES for Bolivar? The VES is Venezuelan Bolivar Sabriano. Ronnie Jared, do we have to wait on the president to be chosen before the RV? In my opinion, no. It's all on a lock. It's on the CBI to do what they have to do. But in my opinion, it's all going to be announced and released at the same time. So once they announce the presidencies, they're going to announce all the law, like the HCL, the salaries, the everything. The rate that's going to be all announced and switched, and then it's going to be in the Gazette. And in my opinion, it's going to be in the Gazette that's missing, which is the 4814. Kimmy Barbo 4688. Can you give more information on satellite banks? Satellite banks are the banks that are going to be around that are from the CBI, specifically for this exchange. WPP, not the Fuerte. As far as I know now, I just heard the VES. Larry Bolton. In my humble opinion, the Iranian real is a sleeper. I'm trying to figure out where to get them out of being gouged. I agree with you. In my opinion, I've always said it. I said just like the Venezuelan Bolivar is a dark horse, Iran is in the same position as far as I'm concerned. And in my opinion, and I think it's going to go. Oh, and by the way, Iraq is going to be the hub for fintech in the Middle East. So you telling me blockchain, fintech is going to have Iraq, a third world country with a program nominal rate, be the hub for them? Why not Dubai? Why not Qatar? Why not Saudi Arabia? Why not Kuwait? Why Iraq? Think about that one. Okay.
Of course, the $50 trillion jump notes are good, guys. It goes without saying that the 100 trillion, 50, 10, whatever, they're all good, guys. The agro checks, they're good.
Let's see. J Runners 1505. In my opinion, 2018 to 2023 for the VES. Hungary Pengo, I know nothing about.
Okay, James.
Let's see. I'm just waiting. I'll go and then I will contact Chief. That's fine. James Jones. Rose, I live in Florida, try to build a relationship with tier one bank with no success. What bank was that? Let's see. Do you think Biggie J 1005? Do you think the Zim 10 trillion note will be of value when they RV? I believe the Zim, because it's used for humanitarian projects, is going to have value definitely.
And
Because
Maria, somebody said they lost faith in Zim. If you lose faith in Zim, you might as well lose faith in the whole RV. Why would you don't allow yourself to be played with like that? Why would
what
you
did they
lose
say?
faith
I'm
in
sorry,
Zim?
Chief. What?
Somebody said they lost faith in the Zims. Why would you lose faith in Zims? You might as well lose faith in all currencies. The RV hadn't happened yet, so why would you pick Zim to lose faith in?
And
You
Chief,
got to do better,
like I
guys.
said yesterday on my call, what came out of Trump's mouth? Because there was an article yesterday that Putin is trying to do everything to get back in America's good graces, right? With trade and everything like that. And out of their mouth, it says right in the article, I will post it, due to the economic reset that's happening. So, what does that economic reset tell you they're talking about? And I have it in print, I will post it. Economic reset. And why would they be talking about humanitarian projects with something that has no value? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Why? Why not do,
Yeah,
huh?
and real quick, somebody just post no luck with banks, guys. We shouldn't be going to any banks talking about foreign currencies. Not all banks are going to openly talk to you. Like I have the number one bank story on YouTube. I mean, any platform. But that doesn't mean that you can just walk in the bank and think they're going to talk to you openly about foreign currency. That's not going to happen, guys.
You have to know how to do it. There's a way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to talk to a teller, for example, about exchange, or if they do it, because the currencies are also divided into categories. Okay, there's major currencies, there's minor currencies, and there's exotic currencies. All right. So if you're calling the bank, for example, and you get the teller and you say to the teller, hey, I have Iraqi dinar, You know what I mean? I want to exchange it. They're going to look at their list and they're not going to see it, right? So they're going to be like, oh, we don't deal with it. Or they're going to say it's a scam or whatever because of what they heard, because it was
Exactly.
used for terrorism. It was all this. There's procedures and there's different things you say. And no, I know you guys heard that, oh, you're going to deal with the tellers and whatever. No, when the time comes, you're going to have an appointment for your currency exchange with a wealth manager or a private banker at the bank. Okay. You're going to there's ways to, leverage the bank and stuff like that. Nobody's going to be exchanging with a teller. No one. You know what I'm saying? Because
Real quick, people are saying that they're concerned with the digitalities and so forth like that. Guys, stop worrying. Maria came out and said that Venezuela Boulevard, that was the person that said it wasn't going to be any good, but now it's good. Nobody knows indefinitely. Everything is speculative right now, guys. So with me, I have invested, in all currencies, and nobody can say it's a bad buy or it's a bad deal or not. Everything is speculative. You have to use your own discernment, your own wisdom, your own initiative, to get what you want to get, and stop letting people scare you up. Stand on all 10 toes, guys. I knew that every last investment that we uh, have purchased is going to manifest into something. We don't know what those rates are, so we're not giving dates and rates at all. Period. We're not going to do that. But everything, anything you get is going to manifest into something.
yeah, it's just, and Chief is right. It is speculative. That's why we always say, in my opinion, that's why, the whole dates and rates thing is very hard because it's speculative, you know what I mean? And the banks are afraid because of insider trading and all this other stuff. That's why there's ways. That's why, you know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of things. But I'm telling you right now, you are not going to be dealing with a teller for your exchange, okay? So, and like I always say, and you could listen to Chief, you could use your discernment. If you feel that you want to go to a redemption center somewhere, that's on you. Do you know what I mean? That it's your
Hold on, hold
money,
on, hold
it's
on.
your investment, it's your life. You understand what I'm saying?
Are we still talking about redemption centers?
Yeah.
Guys, are we still talking about that right now?
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Who,
There's redeeming tier one banks. And
the
but Chief,
banks are the
let them
redemption
decide.
centers.
Let them
Yeah.
decide. If they feel that they want to go get an 800 number and, whatever, get notified by those I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Let them do that. But
You can
you
go there.
have
You go there if you
options.
want to. Go there if you want to and get stuck up.
There's options. There's always options, and you could choose your option.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick.
Uh-huh.
The Treasury are going to select certain tier one banks to redeem our bonds. Okay,
Mhm.
and it should be the last time we talk about redemption today. The banks are going to redeem the bonds because the bonds are too much for the banks to handle on its own. So the Treasury is going to select certain banks to work with them because the Treasury is going to release the funds from your estate to the bank. When the banks purchase your foreign currency, they're going to be hooked up to the Treasury and they're going to run those credits to you from the quantum financial account. So there are no redemptions that you're going to. The banks are going to redeem the bonds. Are we clear? Okay.
Yes, so but still, Chief, they could have their choice, on whatever they want to do. So we're gonna give them that opportunity. But my people that I have as my members are not going to be. You understand what I'm saying? They're very well prepared, very well prepared, and you know what I mean. We do a bunch of different things that I do for my members that I'm going to make sure none of my members get any type of ripped off or anything like that. And, they will get the best what they can get for their exchange. There's
Also,
ways.
Maria, too, for anybody, because not everybody is versed and confident in going to the banks. So, Maria has a courtesy, and that's a consultation fee. Maria can be on the phone with you and she can set the stages for you to walk into the bank. She can set the parameters up for you to help yield you the highest payout on your bonds. So that's a service that she provides. Like I provide the trust, and so forth. Maria provides that service for people who are not confident, who are not versed in going into the bank or establishing that first initial appointment with the bank. Maria has a service where she provides that she would go in and set the appointment for you and set it up where you get the deal the highest payout.
It's actually done. I set the appointment by phone. But if you guys want information on that, you can contact me. You could contact dinarinfo2024 at gmail.com. And mods, can you put that in the email? So I'm gonna have surgery Wednesday, Chief.
You're gonna be okay.
Um,
Outpatient.
yeah, and I'm gonna be wearing hats for a while, guys. So just get ready for that. But we're still gonna rock on, and
I can see you in the bed just waking up and the RV happening and you saying, Chief, 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 coming out to sleep. It's
like I
happening. They
call
be
you
like,
for.
man, they be like, man, put that damn phone down. Put the phone. No, no. Look red hot at it, Maria. I'm gonna do this live.
It was crazy. Like I was in the hospital. I felt like I was in prison, man. I couldn't do anything. And then there was like news that came out, and I'm like, I called Chief and I said, "Listen, get ready. We're gonna go live. I'm gonna go right from the hospital bed, and you know what I mean. You're gonna be talking mostly with the live, and I'm just gonna sit back and let you do your thing, because I can't let you guys miss the announcement. So you know, and also I want to say that currency. I think a little bit of time, then cryptos and metals all going to skyrocket because the metals are going to be based on currency, just like, my opinion, the US cents, all the currency is being backed by assets for a reason. Do you know what I'm saying? So, right, Chief, do you agree with me?
Yes, no doubt.
Look at this. I share chlamydia. Interested? Why don't you go take your chlamydia and go, I don't know, jump off a bridge? How about that one? Can you get rid of them? I swear, man. Bye, People Langstrom. Go somewhere else. Can you believe this, Chief? These people are off the wall, man. But do you have anything to say? Like let's positive. Let's
Oh
let's
no,
end this positive.
it won't be too long before we open to overflow. It's supposed. This thing is not supposed to happen overnight. It's not supposed to just happen like this. Something so powerful and so magnificent. This is like a miracle and redemption and a worldwide jubilee that's getting ready to happen. And before something like that happens, it's going to be a lot of chaos and confusion. That's what we see right now. It's happened with people. We're seeing people who are organic. We're seeing people who are. You, you see people at the very last moment that you thought was solid people switch up on you. You thought people were solid. You see betrayal, hate, envy, malice, and so it just lets you know. But I'll tell you one thing: it's good because you find out who's real in their life and who's not, and then they when they exit themselves out from their life, then they can just make that decision to keep up with it. But you need to know who's for you and who's not right before you step over to overflow. Once you step over the overflow, I mean, we're gonna live our most amazing life. I went out there and got a purchase order on a Scalpel. I'm gonna post it tonight. A Maybach Mercedes-Benz SUV. I'm just doing me right now. I'm focused on me right now. That's what people should do. I don't get it. Why people come in here and people. Uh, when people know that they can get to you, they'll do things like that. I would ignore people like that. There's something that's remove them and let them make another whole page up because that means you the shit. Because people want to follow people who are great. Losers follow great people, like to antagonize. Losers like to antagonize great people in that order. So if you see people come in the comments and try to antagonize, just know they probably are losers. They probably got their lunch money stolen in school. Yeah. They probably was one of the students that ate boogers in the closet. They're going to probably got small hands or little feet. Got picked on. Probably got a spoon full of hair. Those are kind of people like that. That's kind of people coming here and say stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Probably got a blow up doll and they bad for a girlfriend or for a boyfriend. If, those
Uh,
are the kind of people that come in here and make nasty remarks like that. You know.
I know it's insane, but yet they'll go and listen to somebody that talks about their eyes and stuff being scanned in the redemption center, and I'm just like, dude, these people, I don't know, whatever, man. I'm not saying nothing, I don't care, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to answer Dr. Sarah's question. She asked my opinion on timing. I'm really watching the dates and stuff, but if they're gonna have the best Ramadan they ever had, you know, let's look and see what happens this week, in my opinion. What do you think, Chief? But they're starting to expose everything. They're starting to, you know, they're starting to show. And remember, it's all planned. They know exactly when it's going to happen. Just because it's a speculative investment to you, it's not to them. They know exactly. They have, you know, it's a planned military event based operation, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Mr. Chief, thank you much.
You're
I
welcome.
will be doing shorts, guys, and I'll be on more often. Just like I said, obviously before my surgery as well. If you're interested in those packages, you can email dinarinfo2024@gmail.com. We have a lot of other fun things coming, like merch. We're gonna have a premium membership coming up soon, which will have a lot of different exciting things in there. Um, Chief is doing a program that, he has different services and stuff he's going to offer. We're going to have all that information posted. Jackie as well. And check out ShopMy. I just got sponsored by them as well. And there's a whole bunch of different brands like Revolve, Nike, Adidas, all kinds of different brands that you guys can use my code and get discounts on. So check that out. That's in my description as well, my products. So, all right.
Yeah, and guys, if you love it, guys, you love Maria and the intel that she gives. Maria's going to have surgery Wednesday. Any donations, guys, would be greatly appreciated, guys. Any donations when she get out,
On
happen.
on Cash
Yeah,
App. On Cash App,
yeah,
not YouTube, on Cash App.
yeah. Cash. If anything will help out, guys, we appreciate you. Just get any donation, any amount. If you find it in your heart, I know it's tight out there, but any donation, so she can continue to be stress free and continue to give this intel. She really gets good intel, so we appreciate that, guys. Give a donation, so she can get out Wednesday and just have the necessary whatever medication she needs, making sure she have the water and the necessary food that's necessary to nourish and heal her body. We're going to be praying for you, Maria. We're going to be with you in surgery, so you got a strong force behind our sister, to make sure that you recover well. So see you on the other side, the plus side of wealth, health, and then inheritance.
Thank you. And guys, please like, subscribe, and share. And I appreciate all your prayers, guys. The Cash App has money sign M like Mary ASHA 1982. So right, Chief.
Yeah.
I'm nervous, but you know what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I was supposed to have it Thursday, but then I got a bad infection and I ended up in the hospital. So that got postponed. But anyway, I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about anything negative. Chief, love you to pieces. Thank you for all the
Love you
prayers,
back.
guys. I will be on again. If anything changes, we will come on and we will do a YouTube. Okay. So thank you guys. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.